Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celebrate Black Excellence, sponsored by the Greater Augusta Black Chamber of Commerce. I'm your digital host, Carlton T. Clay. Our next guest is the owner of Beyond Bliss Massage and Wellness, Ariana Benjamin. How you doing today?
I am well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here on Celebrate Black Excellence. We definitely appreciate you. So let's get started with you. How did you get started with your business?
Oh my goodness. Now that's a question.
Yes.
Honestly, this is the third time I've actually had a business.
Okay.
The first time was right out of getting out of massage school. There was a lovely lady that offered me a space, and I said, oh, this is a great opportunity. Let me go ahead and just try it. Mm-hmm. Should not have done that. I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. You know, you get out of school and you don't really have confidence. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Everything's kind of robotic because you're so used to people like grading everything you're doing and stuff like that. So shouldn't have done that. Okay. I decided, okay, let me back up a little bit. I'm gonna start working in the spa environment. And that was nice, it was good and everything, but I said, this is bothering me because everything is so quick. You know, you don't really get a chance to get to know people.
Right.
So I decided I was gonna go into the mobile sector just because it was something that was a little slower pace. It was, you know, less overhead, all that kind of situation. But when you're going into other people's environments, you're not really able to create zen, you know? So I wanted to be able to create something that people could actually get away from their normal day-to-day life. So I went into one other job. I said, I'm gonna give this one last try. 2 weeks, didn't even last 2 weeks. I sat there and it was the same situation all over again with the I thought I could deal with it. I said, maybe I can, you know, because the mobile thing isn't quite what I wanted. And I remember getting on the phone with my husband. I was sitting out in the parking lot of the place I was at. And he said, you know, it's probably time. I said, time for what? You know, whatever. And he tells me, I think it's time for you to open your own place.
Okay.
And I said, no, I don't know about something like that. You know, because it's always that leap, right? That's so hard to do.
Right.
So I sat in the parking lot for a little bit and I said, maybe he's right. So I'm gonna try. What else you know, why not? Why not? It became instead of why not?
Absolutely.
So 2 months later, Beyond Bliss was opened.
That's awesome. That is so awesome. So speaking of the name Beyond Bliss, what inspired the name Beyond Bliss?
That same parking lot.
Okay. Okay.
So, all this happened like in the course of like maybe 45 minutes. I'm one of those people when something hits me or I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm like full speed ahead. So I sat in that same parking lot and I said, okay, a name. I need a name because it makes it real for me. And the first name I came up with was Bliss by Design. And I called my husband up because he's always the person I go to anytime I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with my life, right? So he's like, nah, that's too much. It's not zingy enough. And he's like, you need to like do like a play on words or something like that. And I just sat there. I said, okay, I want bliss because I want bliss. But I said, I want a cut above, a cut above, a cut above, beyond bliss. There it was.
That's
and
awesome.
It just stuck ever since.
I love it. That's so awesome. Now, you are a licensed massage practitioner.
Yes.
Can you please explain the difference? Is there a difference between that and like a massage therapist or a masseuse? Like, can you just explain exactly what it is that you do?
Okay, so massage therapist and massage practitioner, pretty much the same thing.
Okay.
Masseuse, you're starting to kind of go into shady waters a little bit.
Understood.
You know, just like if you say massage parlor, that's like a no-no in the industry.
Well, people need to know that because
Yeah.
so we want to make sure that the people know that for sure.
There's a lot of unknowns about this industry, and that's why I'm working so hard to make massage, to make wellness in general more of not just a luxury, but it's a real thing that we can really benefit from on a regular basis.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, the difference with, you know, one of these places that I hate to say that, you know, you hear on the news in not such a good way, and what I do is it's based on overall wellness. It's based on longevity, pain relief, stress relief. There's studies that tell you that an hour massage is the equivalent to 8 hours of sleep, things of this nature. I also do lymphatic drainage, which most of the clientele that I see for that are post-surgical clients. So they're coming in, they're swollen, they've had procedures, they can't get regular massage, but they still need help with detoxification for healing, stuff like this. So, I have prenatal clients that come in, they have easier labors, things of this nature. Now, I will say what sets my business apart is I am very big on the mental health aspect of things as well. Just like I mentioned about the spa industry, it's very quick. I don't remember most of the clients that I saw. So one thing I wanted to do differently that I stick to now is I have at minimum of an hour in between each of my appointments. And the reason for that is I have a lounge area.
Okay.
I have people come in and they say, there's something about that couch, this couch of mine, because all kinds of stuff comes out, because you're also building a rapport with people. We're so on these screens all the time. We don't get one-on-one like how we're sitting here talking.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So I feel like you built that rapport with that person. Let's keep it going. Some people will take a nap, something like this. They get away from the day-to-day that they're going through. It's a time that they can unwind and unplug from the world.
Absolutely. And you mentioned, so you also are a certified fluid therapist. So
Yes.
that goes into what you were just talking about as far as the helping with fluids and different things like that.
The lymphatic drainage.
Lymphatic drainage, right. Okay, awesome. That's a lot of information. That's a lot of things that you provide, a lot of services that you provide. So that's really good that there's something like that in this community, for sure.
I like to think so.
Yes.
I mean, this community has been such a big piece of my family and everything. We've been here since 2017, and I feel like we've been welcomed here. And so to be able to bring something that I feel like is a benefit to the community and to bring awareness too, I think is huge, and I'm honored to be able to do it.
Side question, where are you originally from?
Oh goodness, originally I'm from New York City.
Okay.
Don't know much about New York City though, I'll be honest. I moved down to a little town called Bamberg when I was about 3 years old. And so I moved back and forth between there and the Space Coast in Florida.
Okay.
So I know a little bit more about that. I lived in Coney Island for a little bit when I was a teenager, but yeah. I'm a Southern girl by heart, okay? Y'all give me that honorary Southern girl.
We'll give it to you. We'll definitely give it to you. Now, you talked about the importance of massages. Let's get more into that, because, again, I know a lot of people see massages more as like a leisure thing, like, just something like going out, just getting something like a fun activity. But it's much more important, like you said, as far as health is concerned. Can you please go into more detail about that, like why massages are important, why we should get those, why we should get those on a consistent basis?
So I'll give you an example. I have a couple clients that they've been able to prolong having to have surgery on certain areas just because of getting massage. It's even better if you couple it with chiropractic work. That's why you find a lot of massage therapists in chiropractic offices, because they work hand in hand with each other. So it's a huge deal. Just like I mentioned about prenatal, I'm very big on prenatal massage, because the body is going through so much just crazy changes and everything, not to mention the stress it puts on us here. We forget about this. That's the biggest thing to me, is that massage is great, the physical benefits are great, the pain relief is great, the stress relief is a great thing, but what it does here, that's huge, especially in this society, because we don't put as much emphasis on that as we should.
Absolutely.
We've got so many people walking around that sometimes they just need a hug. And that touch therapy is just like babies. If you look at studies about babies that aren't touched, I forget what you call it. It'll come to me when I'm not here, watch. But it's lack of thriving, right? So how does that change as we get older? It doesn't. We forget about that. But to answer more on a clinical level, even with, say, sports massage, have a lot of athletes that come, it enhances when they go into performances. Post-performance, it helps with recovery, things like that. If you look at my bio on my website, I speak a lot about my husband. My husband was former Coast Guard. He is now a first responder. And he will tell anybody for the last 15 years, massage has helped him be able to put his whole body through all kinds of stuff. And he would come home, he'd get his massages. To this day, he is my longest running client. So
that's, you know what, and that's what I love that, because again, you know, a lot of times your families was really gonna support and really push you and move you into that excellence, and then that's what's gonna help other people know more about you and help you thrive. So that's important. Shout out to husband. Shout out to hubby, for sure, definitely. I wanna know, like, again, you are an entrepreneur. What advice could you give someone that wants to get into, you know, start their own business, or maybe want to get into becoming a licensed massage practitioner or something like that? What advice could you give someone that wants to basically do what you do?
Well, as far as entrepreneurship, I saw a recent video that you had with another lady from the chamber who spoke about just do it. There's never a right time to do it. I would definitely say that. If I had one thing to do different, it would have been to throw my hat in the ring a little bit sooner when I felt more confident in it. As far as massage goes, that's one of those things I would definitely look around for a good school. Talk to massage therapists in the area, see where they went, see where they were comfortable, and then tour. You should be able to go on tours to different schools and see what they offer. See, like for me, I took night classes. You know, that was super helpful because I have a small child. Well, at the time he was small.
Right.
But, you know, it helped me to be able to still be there for him, still be mom, but then I'm going to school from 6 to 10, you know, so that was huge for me. So you definitely want to shop around a little bit, you know, just like you shop for a house, shop for a car, shop for a good school, one that's going to have a staff that's going to support you, and the rest is history.
Love that. Thank you so much for that. Now, if people want more information about you, or they want to book appointments with you, how can they do so?
All right, so there are a few different ways that you can get in touch with me. The easiest way to book an appointment is beyondbliss.net or www.beyondbliss.net. That is my website. There you can find out all kinds of things about me, about the types of services that I offer, pricing, all that kind of thing. It also has links to my social media pages, so you can reach out to me there as well. You can also email me at beyondblissllc@outlook.com. And you can also give me a call anytime. The number that's on the site, 803-998-7524. That is a cell phone that is nothing for but Beyond Bliss. Got it with me all the time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ariana, for being here. We definitely appreciate you. Thank you for sharing your knowledge, and thank you for just being Black excellence. We appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
No problem. All right, everyone, I'm Carlton T. Clay. This is Celebrate Black Excellence. We celebrate Black excellence every day. Have a good one.